Hey everyone, Brendan Snyder here. How are you? Thanks so much for joining me. And Grant Arthur here, my co-host. Say hello to him.
Hello.
All
Hello,
right,
Brendan. Hello, everybody.
there we go. All right. Welcome to another episode of Favorite, Underrated, and Obscure Albums. This is the fourth one that we've done together. It's been a little bit of time, but we are back here. And as I always say, these kind of shows are really intended to help you guys find new things. These are things that we found that ran under the radar that we kind of had our minds blown when we heard it in one way or the other in some fashion. And we're thinking, let's get this stuff out to you guys. Let's let everybody know about it. And maybe we'll turn you on to something new. So, on that note, let's get started. Let's dive into this here. Everyone knows the format. We're going to show each five different albums. We'll see where this leads. It always goes off on some
I think
tangents.
I'm going to show more than five, Brendan. It's kind of like you'll see. You'll
Yeah.
see.
And that's what happens. And that's so it's like if you watch the episode, guys, you're going to get 10 recommendations. But if you've watched any of our past episodes, there's always more things that we show in here. So a lot more
Mhm.
happens. And I guess on that note, then, Grant, why don't you show us the first thing that you think
Okay.
is an underrated, obscure album?
I'm gonna put this in that category because yes, I knew of this band. Of course I knew of this
Mhm.
band, but I hadn't heard these records.
Yeah.
Okay. And then of course everyone's gonna know all about The Curse. If you ever watched any of these shows, we are in so deep. It is bad. If you watch Pete Pardo, he's unboxing like crazy.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Brendan's always unboxing. Okay,
I've
so
got 9 CDs coming from this one guy on eBay.
you do. Of
Yeah.
course, it's real. Anyway, I want to talk about this. I've got two copies of this. Don't ask why, but I do. But I had not heard this record back in the day, and so I'm gonna say this is obscure. This is the sealed copy that I have, but yesterday and today, the second album by Y&T, I had never heard this, Brendan. And I don't think there was a lot of people that probably have. A lot of people have heard, well, let's just say, where are the rest of them? Oh, like here, you've heard this?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Everybody knows those.
You know this one?
Of course, of course.
Okay, but do you know this? The
Right.
debut album
Hmm.
or this. These came out on London Records originally,
Yeah.
and there was a big gap in between these releases and the A&M releases. So, but my Brendan, good Lord, man, there is no sophomore slump here for yesterday and today struck down.
So
Okay, now what? Okay,
now
so
who put this
talk about that real quick.
out?
What is that? What is that version?
This is it's just I'm trying to see, there's no label. Um Mean Streak Music Company,
Hmm,
self-released from their website.
okay.
And let's see if I can find a year, in fact. I cannot find a year on this, but this has got to be at least 10 years old,
Okay.
maybe even longer. And so this was the first time they were ever put out on CD. And I had never heard these before that.
Well, I've never seen one of the. I've never seen like the original vinyl
Right.
in a bin for sale ever. It's not
Oh,
like you could just rush right out and get them. So, but my God, this record, I haven't played this one yet, but Pete says it's pretty much the same. This sophomore, the second album,
mhm.
oh, I'm in.
It is.
The
Absolutely.
guitars, the vocals, the songwriting, the
Mhm.
production, the mastering on here sounds good. I think it's Tony Dixon is doing the mastering on here, and I think I like his work quite a bit. Uh, I would highly recommend. I can recommend this. Now, I showed these other ones because I'm in so deep, everybody, that I had to order the rest of them, and I haven't gotten to the point where
Ah,
I don't know how
well,
I
it's the
can't
first.
comment on how these sound.
Oh, so
Uh,
you haven't heard those or you've never had copies
I
before?
haven't heard them in years,
Okay.
but
But
I didn't pay attention.
yeah, those are fantastic
But
albums.
that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
So I'm revisiting them. I'll have a report out soon. But for right now, at least this second album,
Mhm.
Yesterday and Today,
Yeah.
I'm down. I like it.
I always wish the band had just kept the name Yesterday and Today and not shortened it to Y&T. It never
Well,
made sense.
Yesterday and Day is kind of an odd name for a band. Unless
Yeah,
they were Beatle fans and they named it after Yesterday and Today by the Beatles. So
that's
maybe
what I
that was it.
heard that they
Is
named.
that what it was?
Yeah, that they named it after that. But it's like,
Well, then that's cool.
but then what does Y&T mean? Do you know what I mean?
It's Yesterday and Today,
Right.
but it's just shortened.
But they never talked about that later on. It wasn't like somewhere on the albums it would say Yesterday and Today, and then just the abbreviation was the big thing. Only the first two albums came out with the name Yesterday and Today.
But
And
it's
apparently,
melodic.
yeah,
The guitars sound great. The musicianship is great on this. I just can't. It's just one of those things. I never
all right.
heard it, but now I've heard it,
Now you've heard
and
it.
and I've even got two copies.
And you guys out there should hear it as well.
100%. So
All
I
right.
wanted to bring it up. Like I was talking to Brendan before the show. I kind of don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm just kind of loose, and I keep switching things around. Ugh,
That's what's
I'm a
fun about these
mess.
episodes, man. I love them loose. I hate the ones
I
that are so
know.
formatted that I don't know, they get boring after a while. But
But I am looking forward to really sitting down and diving into the rest of the catalog because
all right,
it's
well, guys, keep an eye on Grant's channel, Rock Warehouse. He will probably be doing a whole Y&T episode.
I might do a listening party, Y&T listening party.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
there
that
you
might
go.
be kind of fun.
All right, Grant, have you heard that 38 Special has a new album coming out called Milestones?
No, but Tim Derling and I did a whole show on 38 Special. We ranked all the albums.
Well, there's a brand
Uh,
new, and they haven't had an album out in 21 years. And
yeah, because that last album, I think Tim Derling liked that last album. I was kind of,
Revolution, no,
yeah,
didn't work for me either.
didn't work
But
for me either. No,
we got Jerry Riggs on this one, and I know you're a fan
I
of his.
love Jerry
And
Riggs.
we've talked about Riggs, the band, on here.
Hmm.
So the other person that's on the album is Don Barnes. So I have to talk about his solo album, Ride the Storm, recorded in 1989, but shelved, never came out at that time. Wouldn't be released until 2017, and it's on your new favorite Australian label, Melodic Classic Record, or Melodic Rock
We'll
Classic.
talk more about we'll talk about that here shortly.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's where I thought you might be going today. So I pulled out
Sure.
other stuff too. But this one was back when they were called Melodic Rock Records. Now they're Melodic Rock Classics. So they recently changed their name, but the label's been going around since '89. But anyway, point is, two CDs in here. So you get the original mix of the album from '89 and a new
Hmm.
2017 remix of it in here. But it's everything you like from 38 Special or Don Barnes led stuff on here. We've got Dan Huff from Giant guesting on guitar, Mike Porcaro on bass from Toto, Jeff Porcaro on drums, and Alan Pasqua from Night Ranger on keyboards. Come on, I mean, this thing here, the band lineup of this thing should have just been a whole band instead of a Don Barnes solo album. But basically, if you like any of those artists, and of course 38 Special, it's an entire album worth of Don Barnes doing it. I love it. You and I talked about it once before on the channel, but I didn't have it, so I decided I got to pull it out and make it a formal recommendation to everybody out there. But this album, so good. I mean, I pull this out all the time.
I know it's on my list to get, but I
Yeah.
haven't gotten it yet. But do you know why? Why was it shelved?
No, I don't really know the story behind it. It it was shelved for, like, oh, we'll put it out, and then ultimately, like, 91 rolls around and the whole music scene is changing, and you know, so I don't know that it was, I mean, everything, right? I mean, 38 Special was not at the top of their game by the late 80s, early 90s. Those albums were flopping, right? So I
Well,
think,
they had the run, you
yeah,
know.
but
What
I
was
think,
the one with the color blocks on it? Uh, shoot.
oh,
The
Strength.
last album before he quit. So I was assuming the last Don Barnes album, and then he quit probably to do a solo album.
Yeah, was that like Something Strength?
No, he's not on Strength.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think.
Whatever. Whatever. This isn't scripted, ladies and gentlemen. We're just
No,
winging it.
no, we're just riffing here.
Uh, but anyway, the last Don Barnes album, which I
Yeah.
think there's some great songs on there,
Yeah.
it might be a little slick, but
Mhm.
it's I'll tell you, as a songwriter and
Yeah.
a vocalist,
Hmm.
I could listen to Don Barnes all the time. I saw him on the 80s cruise this last time
Yeah.
and I got Jerry Riggs' autograph on the
Hmm.
Riggs CD and all that.
Yeah.
Don Barnes is a singer, though.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Still has it.
That's great to hear. Yeah, I haven't. I saw them, God, back in the '90s somewhere. There were some great double bills back in the '90s, and it would be like Ted Nugent 38 Special or 38 Special, Leonard Skinner, or trying to even think of some of the other ones. But there was just some amazing sort of Southern rock era lineups like that that I got to go see. Bad Company and Leonard Skinner, I think, were on the same bill once, and I know, love all that stuff. All right, so
Yeah.
what's your second pick?
Well, we I kind of brought this up the other day, but since we're on what is it, melodic classics? What did you say?
Melodic Rock Classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of stumbled on it. And I'm always looking for stuff that's kind of odd and there's a lot of labels out there that produce this stuff, not so
Yeah.
much here in the States. But I was just stumbling, and actually, I don't know. I think what really intrigued me about this record was that Glenn Burtnick produced it.
Oh.
And then I did some research on it, and two of the members of this band were part of his touring band.
Hmm.
Glenn got brought into Styx. Well, that ended that.
Right.
So these guys started another band, and we're talking 1990.
Okay.
Galley Boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I want to check that one out.
You need to check it out. They put out this one record that was on BMG and Oceana Records, I think. Okay. They did promo copies of the CD, which they did like 50 promo copies of the record, but it only came out on cassette in 1990.
Hmm.
Now, what I don't you find that odd? 1990, well, they were getting ready to quit doing vinyl production. Everybody was buying cassettes.
It was a cassette only release, and this is
Okay.
one of your melodic rock classics. So I was
There
gonna,
you go. I don't know that. Well, you got to
yeah.
talk about that now. Now you've set yourself up.
Uh-huh.
But this, even though it's 1990, this is very 80s. If you like AOR 80s rock, Glenn Burtnick production, which he does, I think, does a fine job.
Hmm.
Guitars sound great, vocals sound great. I
I
mean,
like
I've listened to it a couple of times, and I'm like going, my God, the melodies on here are great. I mean, is it hair metal? I mean, those guys really don't. They look more like Night Ranger than anything.
I was just gonna
Um,
say, yep, they look a lot like Night Ranger guys. They're not, the hair's not as teased and big, you
right.
know, as glam metal.
But man, yeah, this came out in like 2022, and I just happened to stumble across it
Hmm.
because I'm always looking for something.
Hmm.
And I am pretty happy with it. It's a two CD set.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's got um a lot of like bonus tracks. It's just jam packed full of things. So melodic rock seems to be hitting it out of the park.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, if there's any other pictures in here? Uh, yeah, there's the band right there, and
All
then
right.
there's some live pictures, and
Yeah, I mean, it looks
there's
like
the
hair.
cassette down on this other side. That's what the cassette looked like.
Okay.
So they've added different artwork on here, but man, if you like that late 80s,
Hmm.
but I don't look at this like these guys are out of control. I don't look at them like Poison or Warrant, where things are really going crazy.
Yeah.
These guys look like maybe more, you know, 84, 83,
Well, it looks like '80s AOR melodic rock bands. They still had
that's what it is.
everything, but they didn't have the makeup and wasn't glam like Poison and Pretty Boy Floyd and artists like that.
Yeah, this is more along the lines of Night Ranger, I would
Yeah.
say, if you're looking for a comparison.
Hmm.
But I just took a chance. That's what we do on these damn shows. We just say,
Yeah.
hey, that looks good. Let's just go. Let's just do it.
Well, because you took a chance and you
Right.
showed that on one of the other shows that we were talking about, it might have been a pre thing,
Yeah.
but I went online to Melodic Rock Classics and then found
Of course you did.
Brinker. Did you hear of
Okay.
them? Okay. 1985 debut one and only album. It was a cassette only release as well, named after the drummer, Ray Brinker. But the person that got famous out of this thing, see if I can pick him out. I definitely can pick him out of the back. I think it's this guy right here. Andy Timmons from Danger Danger. He's the guitar player in the band.
Okay.
So
So
that
this is pre-Danger Danger,
1985, yeah.
1985. Okay.
Right. So, but Ray Brinker, the drummer, would go on to be an in-demand session guy that would play with Cinderella, David Lee Roth, Pat Benatar, John Butcher, Joe Cocker. So a lot of if you read liner notes like we do, you might come across his name.
Hmm.
But it's really great AOR melodic rock sounding stuff from the 80s. It doesn't sound like Danger Danger. So those of you hearing Andy Timmons like I did, it isn't going to be that. But it's really good melodic rock style stuff. Probably a lot
Darn
in the
it. Here
vein,
we go.
yeah,
Here we
of what
go.
of what you
Okay.
were just showing, because that's what the label Melodic Rock Classics does. And pretty much if you like one thing that they've put out, you're gonna like more. So I already just showed you guys this one, the Gotham release.
Yeah. What's
Okay.
the deal with that?
Well, I don't know anything about them whatsoever. I just bought it because it was on the label and I wanted to check it out. But it's again, AOR, melodic rock, but it leans towards the progressive rock thing, right? I want to know more about those, but I haven't come across those yet. But you know Van Stephenson,
Yeah, he had, what was his hit? He was like a one-hit wonder here in the
China
States.
Girl or something? That was
Oh,
the name of the
Van
album at least. But
Stevenson. I can see the album cover and I know that they reissued
right,
it as well.
Righteous Anger
Yeah.
had the woman's back and his face
Hmm.
coming out of it. I know that was like the most popular one, and they're reissuing it. It's coming out either on
Okay.
July 11th or on July 18th, and it's on Melodic Rock Classics. But this is called Same Pen, Different Voices, where he wrote the songs for the or co-wrote them with the artist, but other artists performed them. So this
Hmm.
has like a Giant on here. He co-wrote 7 of their songs for their second album, and these are the original recordings of those, but it's 2 CDs worth of it.
Oh,
Some of it
yeah.
they don't even know who the artist is. They found these, yeah, they found these tapes that he worked on and co-wrote and then performed with them, but it's somebody else singing. And so it gives credit to some, and then others it's like, if you know who this is, call us to get your royalties because we don't know anything about the recording. We just found cassettes of stuff. But the whole thing, top to bottom, is absolutely outstanding. Some amazing artists on here. And then I don't know if we've talked about this one or not, but Trillion, Ray of Light. So,
Love Trillion.
yes, now this is also Melodic Rock Classic Records putting this out, and it's EP from 2011. The band got back together with their second singer, so it's not. What was Fergie Fredrickson? He went by Dennis at the time, but
Toto.
Toto, right? Not him. It's the other guy, Tom Griffin, right? So they got back together, recorded an EP, and that goes under the radar. Nobody knows anything about it. This label comes along, says, we want to reissue it. We're now going to call it Ray of Light. And they add to it 5 songs from the lead singer, Tom Griffin. Now, on those songs, it's all the guys from Trillion. So it's 5
Which
songs from Trillion, 5 songs from Tom Griffin, but it's still all the Trillion guys. So in my opinion,
it's
it's
Trillion.
it's Trillion, 10 songs from Trillion. So those are the extra ones. I still have other ones to talk about, but since we were going on about Melodic Rock Classic Records, I wanted to pull out, and I knew you would show yours. So lots of great stuff today to talk about.
So, so, okay, now I'm going to bounce off of you. This is one of those ones I just took a chance melodic rock, and you mentioned Tom Griffin.
Yeah, is
He's
he
on
on it?
here.
No way.
He's
He's the
part of
vocalist?
Tim.
Oh,
Trillion, Ambition, Brian Wilson, Mecca, Pride of Lions, Jim Jameson. All right. Bruce Gatesish, I don't know. He's played with Richard Marx,
uh-huh.
Fergie, Chicago, Peter Cetera. So what we've got basically is a band. I think these are basically studio guys. They're kind of like a Toto.
Yeah,
Uh,
and they're called
Bob
Tim.
Lissick, Brian Wilson played with Pride of Lions, played with Dennis DeYoung. A lot of these people have all played together, but they made one album
Uh-huh.
in 1983, and I think it just sat in someone's basement until they
Oh my
brought it back
God.
out. So it took 39 years for them to release it. Um,
Well, I need to order that.
well, it is AOR goodness. I will say that, Brendan. You
Oh,
will probably like it.
I bet you I would.
It sounds great. There's not much detail, though they do go, well, I mean, there's some
Yeah.
pictures of the band, but this is just like
Yeah.
they got together and produced this record.
That sounds awesome.
And it just sat around. Yeah, Griffin does all the vocals, does the guitar.
Well, that's cool because see, I was wondering what did these guys do? What did the guys in Trillion do from 1980, their last album at that time, until 2011,
Mhm.
right? So that's 31 years worth of time, and now you're pointing out something in 1983 that they did.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
So melodic rock, it seems like based on what we've discussed here today, these guys, this record label is going so deep. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, deeper than anybody else that I can think of any other label. Because they're pulling stuff out that maybe some artist recorded in 83
Mm-hmm.
and go, well, hey, I've got this from 83. And they'll go, hey, let's put it out.
Yeah.
But this has been getting a lot of good reviews.
Is there
It's
a
just kind
title
of
to
like a
it?
forgotten classic that no one knew existed.
Is there a title to the album or it's
No, it's
self-titled?
just called Tim,
Wow.
self-titled Tim.
Okay.
Now, this was out of print. Originally, they only limited it to 1,000
Yeah.
CDs, and it's sold out. But if you go on their website, I think they repressed it because they
Hmm.
sold out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a number of them that I saw when I was on the website too that said like limited to 500 copies.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, if it does well, they're gonna repress it.
And then the other one I got, since I'm on a tangent, and I just took a chance.
Mhm.
This Melodic Rock Classics, this is an Australian label.
Right.
I think this might be an Australian band, The Coup.
I tried to find that one and I can't, but I didn't go to the label. I went on
Yeah.
Amazon because a lot of the stuff is
Well, I've
available.
got mine at Collector's Choice Music's where I
Okay.
got them. Now, there's not much info on The
Oh my
Coup,
goodness. But look at him.
but
Oh,
there they are. I
this
mean,
is
this is like
1987.
this is like almost new wave.
Okay.
What would I call this? If you combined AOR
Uh-huh.
with sprinkle some new wave on it and maybe some synth pop, I swear to God,
Hmm.
it's very unique sounding. It's it is
I want
it's
to check it out.
different.
Yeah, look at the
You
outfit.
might like it. I mean, if you like that 80s stuff, this is I wasn't prepared to talk about. I can't even tell you. I don't even know what year originally came out. Early 80s,
Mhm.
obviously. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look at their outfits. That's why I said I think it screams 1987 with the jacket.
Probably. It looks like Miami Vice. But anyway, the other thing that I want to mention that these releases is that all the ones that I've purchased from Melodic Rock Classics, I've been very happy with the way they sound.
They do. There hasn't been anything that's like scraping the bottom of the barrel.
No.
These labels put out things that were demo only quality, and you hear it and you're like, okay, it's cool to hear, but I'm not going to listen to this a lot because of the quality. And so far, everything that Melodic Rock Classics has done,
Yeah.
and I've read up on some of the stuff on some of these releases, and I think it's Brinker that was saying that like they found the tapes and then the reel to reel, and then they sent them off to be baked and that whole
Hmm.
process and remastered. So it wasn't like they just took a cassette that they already had and pressed it to CD. They seem to be going the right route of doing this stuff to get the highest quality out of it.
Anyway, I can recommend this if you like Trillion.
Mm. Yeah.
Go
Oh
out
my
and
God.
venture it. Go out and check it out.
You got me all excited. Trillion's one of those bands that without Rock Candy Records, I never would have discovered. And I love that band. It's probably my favorite thing out of Rock Candy Records, and probably my most favorite find of an obscure band that I knew nothing about at the time. Maybe that and Zon, Back Down to Earth.
Zon is great.
I
Both
found it.
Zon records are great.
I was flipping through. I found it on vinyl in like 2000. I was at some flea market and it just looked cool and it was a buck. And I had just gotten a record player, so I was like, I need some records. I bought 3 records that day. That was one of them.
Mhm.
Fastway was another one I bought that day. And I'm trying to think what the third one was. I can't remember, but I bought 3. Anyways, I put that Zon on, not knowing a damn thing about it, and it blew my mind. And I'm
It's
just,
very Styx like.
oh yeah. Oh
I mean,
yes.
if you like Styx
Well,
and you
yeah.
like classics,
If you like Sticks, you're gonna like
classic lineup
Trillion. You're gonna like
Styx.
Vaughn. Yeah. And you and I are going to do a whole episode on your radio show about pop rock, for which I've been putting together quite the list that includes Zon, Trillion, New Sticks. Just, oh man, I'm just, as I'm
It's
finding
gonna
it,
be good.
Force 10. We should put some
Force
Russia on there as well. But yeah,
Whatever, you just give me your list. I'll pick my list, you pick your list,
all
and we
right.
will.
We're going to have
Well,
fun
we've
with
already
that.
got a date for it.
We do.
So,
Do you have the date you want to tell people?
uh, I have the date, but I don't have my book here. So
Okay, well, I have my phone in front of me. If people
go
bear with
ahead.
me. This was in, is
It's like in August, isn't it?
it in
End of
August?
August.
Is it oh
It's
yeah,
a
okay.
Sunday
Yeah, it's a Sunday night. Why are you making me do this when I have to go to work the next
because it's the way it is. It's a Sunday night thing.
August
Everybody
24th?
always knows where to come on Sunday night.
August 24th, I will be on Grant's channel and we're going to be doing a pump rock focused episode. And I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be a little bit of different format from what you normally do because I asked if we could play, talk, and play
Sure.
two songs. So we'll talk
Mhm.
about the song coming up. And then when we get back on the air, we'll talk about the one having just played. But I want to speak
Okay.
about each of these songs. So we're going to try that. We'll see how it is. And you guys will get to tune in. And if you don't know
Hey,
about,
you're the guest. However you want to do the show, it's up to
yeah.
you. So
And so, Grant, is that every Sunday that you do that show?
I try to do it every Sunday.
Okay, guys.
Tonight,
So,
George Lami's coming on. Well, I don't know when this is airing, but this Sunday, July 6th, George Lami's coming on, and we're playing jazz fusion tonight.
well, I mean, the good thing is people can always go back and watch older.
Oh yeah, I keep them up there. As
Yeah,
long as YouTube doesn't delete them, I'm not deleting them.
that's right. All right. So I don't think you've actually done your third artist. We've talked about so many, or was one of those the third
Um, sure.
one? Okay. So then,
No, I'm just, Brenda, it's so loose. I don't know. I can go.
do you know Stan Bush? No, I'm up. I'll go.
Okay, you go.
All right.
I
So,
mean, geez, we're a mess. All right, Stan Bush. I'm aware that those came out on Rock Candy.
oh,
I
did
have
you?
not heard any of the Rock Candy releases,
All
so
right.
I'm not really that familiar with Stan Bush now.
I'm not either, but I will tell
Okay,
you this. Before you're done here, you need to
right.
order the self-titled Stan Bush.
Oh, God, here we go
Now,
again.
now you know
Writing it down.
The Michael Bolton self-titled album, the debut.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, and you know the Stranger album that's behind me here?
I've got that because of you.
Yes. Now, do you like both of those albums?
Yes, that Stranger album is so good.
Okay, then this right here is absolutely in the exact same vein as those two albums. And I don't even know what to call that style of music. It's like a poppy.
It's almost pomp.
Okay, this,
I would put Stranger in pomp.
oh my God, this is so good. I
Oh
have a
God, here
version
we
that's
go.
Sony Records and it's on the Rewind label.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I got this one years ago. And I fell in love with it. I have to say, everything that he's done after it, because there is Stan Bush and Barrage, which is his band, and it's just not quite the same. And of course, most people know Stan Bush because he was did this theme song to the 1986 cartoon version of the Transformers. And people know that, the song called Touch. But he was also in the band Boulder from 1979. So that, let's see, Boulder, that is on Wounded Bird. You should totally check that out. I totally even forgot about it. I
Wait
don't
a minute,
know.
what is it? What is it?
There's
Can you
a band called Boulder.
Boulder?
Yeah, 1979. You love that year. Yeah.
I love 1979.
Yeah.
Boulder, they were a Colorado band. I know
Yes.
I've looked into them. The CD is cheap
Yes.
out
Yes, it
there.
is. It's like
Okay.
3.99. It's like super dirt cheap. I bought it simply because of that. And I got it and I was like, wait, Stan Bush, is that the same guy? And sure enough. So he played guitar for Boulder in 79 before going
Okay.
solo.
Damn it. Now I got to order Boulder. All right, I went on the Rock Candy site. It says the site
Uh-huh.
is temporarily suspended due to stock take. All existing orders will be honored. We will be back soon. I'm afraid that our show is
Killed
I
it.
think has killed Rock Candy Records.
Wait, stock tank? What does that mean? That's like sold
Stock take.
stock take.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Are they doing inventory?
maybe. I hope that it means that so many people went over there to buy stuff. I mean, I bet Pete Pardo alone helped crash the store. But we all, the four of us that were on that show, or three, uh,
It was us three, but we're
yeah,
gonna have Phil on the next one.
right. So we all had orders that had come in prior to it that we talked about. Then I know after the show, I
Yeah.
went and ordered things. You did,
Yeah.
Pete did, and I'm
Pete's
sure,
ordering stuff left and right.
yeah. And then I'm assuming that all the people that watched it did. I
Mhm.
hope we cleared their inventory to the point that they had nothing left and they got to press it. I mean, not because I want to be patted on the back, but I think the label is so good that they deserve that kind of, recognition and sales.
Mm-hmm. I wish there was a way I could pop the visual up of it, but I don't know.
You should
It's
text or email the person you've
I
been
will.
communicating with and ask them what that means, because I'd
Did
love to
we?
talk about it on the next Rock Candy show, which
Mhm.
incidentally, and my God, this is an absolute loose episode because I'm promoting everything but the show we're supposed to be doing. July 19th, we are going to be filming the Rock Candy
Oh,
Record episode number 2 that will
mhm.
have Pete Pardo on it and Phil Aston from Now Spinning Magazine. So the four of us, and we're going to be on your channel.
Live, but we're going to stream it to all the channels at once.
Yes, and you're going to have to teach me about that
I'll
now.
show you how to do it.
Yeah. So lots of
We'll
stuff.
get together early so
Grant,
it'll
if
all
you
be
don't get
set
a
up, but
lot
I
of
think
subscribers
we'll
out of this
all
episode, I don't know what is going on because we're doing nothing but promoting your channel on
I
mine.
like it. Good. Keep it up. I'll
That's,
never catch up with you guys.
yeah.
I'm doomed.
Well,
But it's not a race.
you saw my recent milestone, right? The
Uh,
30K.
yeah, you always pop them up about every couple weeks.
No, 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 not that often. But I gotta say, man,
Oh, yes, you do,
thank
Brendan. It's every couple weeks. Oh, I'm hit. Oh, now I'm at 31. Oh, now I'm at
I'm just
32.
I'm just excited about it
You
because
should be.
I never in my wildest dreams did I think the channel would attract that many people in the community to want to be part of it and share in our love of music and watch shows like this where we talk about music. It's fantastic. I mean, what is better than this? Come on, guys. Seriously, talking about music.
Well, that's all I ever wanted to do.
Yeah. Finding obscure bands. I mean, geez.
I know. Well, we're in deep now.
Yeah.
So deep.
All right. Show us, show
I
us
was
your
going
next.
to talk about. All right. This is so good. Well, I've already shared so much stuff that I wasn't going to share. This is what's fun.
All right.
All right. I
Now
don't.
you got a random.
Okay. You brought this up? Did I buy this because you brought this up?
Yes, Wiggy Bits. But tell me,
Okay.
didn't you like it?
Uh, Philippe Castro.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce the name either.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it's phenomenal. I did a one
He's
band, one artist,
from
and I played
Blues Magoo.
he was from the Blues Magoos.
Yeah, that's the
Let's talk a little bit about.
it's the claim to fame. But that album, it's got a crazy ass name, a horrible album cover, and yet the music is so good.
But are you familiar with the band he was in prior?
No,
Barnaby Bye.
I've heard of the name, but what is it with the names of these bands? I mean,
God,
I
if I
didn't
could put
expect
these
to be
up
successful.
properly, it would help. Now there's Philippe, I guess it's Philippe in that big
Outfit?
room to grow. Look at that. So now you've heard of the Alessi brothers, righty? Or Alesi brothers?
No.
No? Okay. Well, they were in this band. They ended up going solo and recorded for A&M and had a couple of hits. Good
Okay.
looking guys. Everybody's very good looking here, except well,
What
Mr.
year is
Cash was
that?
questionable.
What year is that?
Talking, if I could see it, I think this is like 73.
Okay, it's very early. Yeah.
Um, this is 74.
All right.
Oh, and this is 73.
Okay. Man,
So
2 years ago.
yeah, Pepe, what did I call him? Philippe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pepe
It's
Castro.
Pepe Castro
Yeah.
Grant, idiot. Um, Mike Richard Delly, drummer, Billy Alisi, and Bobby Alisi. So Billy does vocals and synths. Bobby does guitar, bass, and vocals. And Peppy, one of these great singers. If you've heard like Balance, someone made a comment
That's
because
great.
I showed Wiggly Bits and they
Yeah,
said, yeah, he uh uh
that's how I
Peppy
found
was
Wiki
getting
Bits.
ready for Balance.
Yes, so that's how I found him because I love Balance, and I found out, oh, there's something else that he's done.
Right. But he's done all kinds of things. So this is kind of along the lines of Wiggly Bits, is very melodic.
Yeah.
Um, oh, how would I? Very melodic. It's just rock. It's kind of
Okay.
like Wiggly Bits. All his stuff's kind of similar,
Okay.
except the Blues
I've
Magoos.
never checked out that group, but I like Wiggy Bits. And again, I think had they had a different
What did I
name,
say? Wiggly?
you said
Wiggy
Wiggly, but
Bits.
it's okay.
Anyway,
Oh my God, look at that throw.
there's Barnaby Bye, ladies and gentlemen.
Is
Look at
the
those boys.
is the Are they all boys? Because the one that's second from the left looks like
Doesn't
a
look like
woman.
it looks like a woman. No, they're all males.
All right.
That's an Alisi brother.
All right. All right. Well,
So
I'll have to check that stuff out. It's
Jack Richardson produced this.
well, I mean that in and of itself. I mean, he's Aerosmith producer, so
Yeah. So you
right.
might want to check it out. I mean, if you like Wiggy Bits
Hmm.
and you like Balance,
And I love
check out
Balance.
some Barnaby Bye. I don't know if these are still in print, but these are Wounded Bird.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No, I'll hunt
So,
it down then.
uh, you
I
know,
did it. I did it.
Pepe Castro, ladies and gentlemen, check
I
it
don't
out.
know
He's
if it's
done a lot
gonna
of work.
going to air before or after this, but I just did filmed a show right before with you um, on 50 albums from 10 underrated record labels that should be explored. So the point of it
There
was
you go.
really to cover 10 labels like Rock Candy Records, Wounded Bird, Melodic Rock Classics, and Bad Reputation, F&A Records, Music on CD, all these labels that have been doing these cool reissues, right? People keep asking me to put a list together of those labels. So I thought, why not? Let's do it. Then I had to pull out albums to show, and it was just this mountain of it. I had to limit it to 5 per label, so I ended up with 50 albums to talk about these labels. BGO, Beat Goes On, like there's so many great record labels like that.
Yeah,
So,
BGO, everything that I've ever bought from them sound great.
so Wounded
Music
Bird
on
was part of that.
CD,
Yeah.
music on CD always sounds good. I think a lot of that, I think they might clone stuff. I don't know if they remaster anything,
No, they don't. Wounded
but
Bird?
that's fine.
No.
No,
Oh,
well,
oh,
Wounded Bird just, they
right.
don't do anything. They
No,
get
there's no
whatever
remastering. There's
digital,
no packaging. There's nothing. They're bare bones.
here it is.
But but hey, they're upfront about it. They say it,
But
and
you've got Barnaby Bye.
right, and we get releases like that that probably only sell 5,000 copies or something. I mean, next to nothing, right?
Right.
But we get it, meaning it's back in print, and so I'm okay with it. Sure, I my favorite of all these labels is Rock Candy Records because they go out of their way to do it. But then
Hmm.
generally speaking, they're reissuing stuff that is going to have a draw in some manner because somebody from somewhere and or they had the hit or whatever, and they're going to put the time and energy into it to get that out of it. But Wounded Bird will, man, they'll drop anything. It's awesome.
Well, so will Melodic Rock Classic because there's all those. There
Yeah,
might even be more obscure because they're going out
yeah.
and finding stuff that never was released by these bands.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about these labels is if you know who the label is or what the label is all about, you can pretty much buy anything without knowing the artist, like you did back in the day,
Mhm.
and you're gonna love it. You're like the guy that's in charge is it's like Rock Candy Records. Those two guys, Dante and I forget the Oliver, right? Those are the
Mhm.
two guys that wrote for Kerrang magazine,
Right.
and they're the head of it. And it's like everything they've put out, I've loved. There hasn't been a single album that I've gotten, and I've got over 250 albums from the label. And it's now become a thing where it's like, okay, if Rock Candy did it, it's going to be good. It's worth getting. Fort Knox. Yes,
Oh
another great one, right? Trio of hard rock guys right there.
my God. I put a video, I played 2 tracks from it.
Yeah,
I was so taken by this release, I shared it with Rock Candy and they put it up on their Facebook thing. In fact, our show's up on there too.
yeah, yeah.
And I told them we're going to do it in a second show. I tried to get them on there, but they just don't.
No, I knew that they weren't. I let you go down the road because you wanted to try, but I
Well, I thought I'd try because
well,
look at this, the panel we had together.
yes. And I've tried in the past the same way, and in
Uh-huh.
the exact response that you said is what I got. They like to stay in the background.
God, I
They,
would just love to pick their brains though.
yeah, I would too. I would too. I think. I mean, I'm sure it's more than that. I'm sure they just don't feel comfortable getting on camera or doing that kind of promotion. But at the same time, they don't really need it. The label speaks for itself. It's got a
Sure.
following, and
Other than it's just us other asking questions and just fascinated by the whole process
I
and
know.
how they pick what they pick. Like why Fort Knox?
Well, I'm
One
sure
record?
we've had this discussion
I
before where
know.
I think a lot of it comes down to what they can license and what they can't. So there's albums that I've talked to them about. The lady that you've spoken to, that you were interacting with her,
Hmm.
and I've asked about specific albums, and she has said we've tried to go after it, we can't get the rights, or it's too expensive, or different reasons why. And it's like, well, why did they only put this one out? They didn't do the second, or they put the second, but they don't do the debut.
Hmm.
A lot of it comes down to that at the end of the day.
Well, at least they're in the UK and it's a lot easier to license things in the UK than it is here because obviously no one here is doing anything anymore.
I know.
And
All right.
even if you
So,
go on Wounded Bird, I mean, a lot of their stuff slowed down.
well, yeah, well, they're a New York label,
Hmm.
or at least their address is New York. I don't know if they're run from New York, but
Do you think that maybe the reason is that the labels just would rather just throw it up on a streaming service and take their chances as opposed to licensing it out to like a independent label like Rock Candy, which, well, even they're kind of slowed. I don't know.
yeah,
I didn't ask them.
yeah,
We did just get the Y&T stuff.
hmm yeah.
And what there was something else that came out, a live album from oh shoot. Bang. Oh, well, I can't come up with it, but they did put out a couple things. But
Yeah.
it's
No, they're always doing good stuff. Well,
right.
why don't we keep moving here? I'm going to
Okay. The tangent,
show.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah. Show the next one here. So this one, we're going completely different here. I've talked about it before, though. I like keyboard players and I like the sound of like Rick Wakeman. Um, just very unique sounding keyboard style stuff. And Jeff Downs from Asia, so that kind of style stuff. So American keyboardist Eric Norlander, and this is Into the Sunset. It's from 2000. Eric Norlander plays in Asia featuring John Payne because there's no Jeff Downs. So he was the keyboardist in Asia when they continued on. You might know some of this stuff because Asia changed its name to Dukes of the Orient and made two albums. There's the guys, John Payne and Eric Norlander.
That
So
on Frontiers?
these are both on Frontiers, yes.
Love
So
Frontiers.
highly, highly recommend that. But figuring people might know about that, so I wanted to go really obscure and pull out one of his solo albums that I think is the best.
Someone has brought this artist to my attention before, and I'm just trying to remember who it was.
Okay. But the reason they probably brought them to your attention is because he gets phenomenal singers on here. So this has Glenn Hughes on it. His wife is Lana Lane. If you know who she is, she's a
I
solo.
thought she was a reporter for the Daily Planet. Oh, that's somebody else. That's Lois
there,
Lane.
there actually is one. Lana Lang with a G is the cartoon or the comic character. This is Lana Lane, Lane. Anyways, that's his wife. She sings on here. Tony Franklin is on bass.
Tony Franklin's killer.
Yeah, so he gets cool, drummers, bassists, and singers. He is the keyboard guy, and this thing is keyboard show city. And again, for your pump rock love, you would dig somebody like this. Definitely check this out. Into the Sunset. It came out in 2000, 25 years ago.
Jesus,
I think this guy gives
2000.
Rick Wakeman a run for his money. And out of all the keyboard players, personally, this guy's my favorite. I like,
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
behind him is Jeff Downs and then Rick Wakeman. And I know that's maybe sacrilege. I didn't grow up with Rick Wakeman.
no.
I love those three. And if those three keyboards speak to you guys, then Eric Norlander should be someone that you check
Here we go.
out.
But someone has brought that up before.
I
Is
believe it.
he
I mean, this guy's played with a lot of different bands, and he is just. I mean, here it's a little hard to see maybe, but look at all his keyboards behind
might
him.
be Rand Kelly's my
Oh, there we
drum,
go. Here's a
or
better
probably
picture.
probably Rand. Oh my God, look at that.
Yes, you look at that and you're just like,
Oh.
yeah.
Now who released that? What is that from?
Avalon. I think it's a
Mm,
Japanese label, but he's big in Europe. Nobody here in the States knows who he is,
mm.
and or all his stuff has come out in Europe. But um, I mean, it's a cool guy.
Just a boy in his keyboard out in the yard.
Playing his keyboard. I was trying to see if there was like sometimes you get the pictures of them in the studio and Glenn Hughes and everybody else, but not in this particular one. Either way, though, man, I'm
So how
telling
did
you.
you got turned on through Asia though? That's how, and is that how you got
Yeah,
turned on to it
I
though?
got turned on to them through
Yeah.
Asia featuring. They were Asia featuring John Payne, and they released one song, which was "Seasons Will Change." So you can go on
Mm,
online streaming services and look up Asia and find that song. And Eric Norlander was the keyboardist. And then they didn't do anything for the longest time. John Wetton passed away, and John Payne decided he did not want to release music under the Asia name as sort of like, I don't know, a tribute to him or, recognizing him or whatever. So he says,
hmm
I'm not going to do it. And he forms Dukes of the Orient. And they made two albums. Unfortunately, I haven't done anything since like, I don't know, 2020. I think the second album. I don't understand why. The album cover is essentially the same. It was bigger on the debut and smaller on the
Well,
second.
the next one will be even smaller.
The next one would be even smaller. But now, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But check out Eric Norlander. Oh, and by the way, Eric Norlander was part of a group called Rocket Scientists. So he's in there, and if you like that group, this is where he comes from. So he has another group, but again, you could have been referenced this artist because of a number of different things.
Eric Norlander.
Eric
Um,
Norlander. Yeah.
yeah. Let me refresh the Rock Candy site, see if they're back up.
Okay.
Reload.
Yeah.
Nope, not up.
Nope.
Can't make any orders. Oh well.
Oh,
Darn it.
darn it.
You know when you look up Rock Candy Records on Google, you come up. Your CD collection of
Oh,
Rock Candy
yeah,
releases.
yeah. They posted my video on their channel when I did that.
Did they?
Yeah, she
Cool.
reached out to me at that time and thanked me for the video and was nice enough to send me a little care package of stuff too.
Yeah. I wish they'd send me a care package.
Yeah. You never know.
Well, Pete's up there too with his unboxing.
Well, damn, where's yours?
I don't know. I don't know where our show is. You'd think that'd be up there too. Well, this is just on the Google,
That's what I mean.
you
It's
know.
just on the Google thing.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure
don't
it
think
has,
Google likes me. That's the problem.
it's the number of clicks and likes and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't have that.
I know, but it'll probably begin appearing at some point.
Well, if I don't die in the process.
Yeah, right. Okay, what's your last one?
Okay, we're gonna go with something I bet you have not even ever, I don't think you've heard of this.
Well, good. I
Maybe.
love it. Turn me on to something.
This came out on, once I scroll to make sure I know what I'm talking about. All right, you ever hear of a band called Do Rocks?
No, I do not think so. I think you finally hit one I don't know anything about. Do Rocks. What?
Came out in 1979 on Capitol Records.
What is the
The
sound I'm looking for?
same year as Get the Knack.
Okay.
Can't see very much here, but this came out on Real Gone.
I like the
When
Gone
did this come
label.
out? Self-titled album. This blends, okay. All I'm going to say is think new wave,
Yeah.
think power pop,
Okay.
and melodic rock.
All
And
mixed
turn
together.
it upside down, kind of quirky, tongue-in-cheek lyrics. These guys don't take themselves seriously. What these guys originally did, it's a duo. Let me
Is there a
get the
photo of
guy's
them
name.
in the booklet or anything?
Uh, well,
I'm always curious.
you can't really,
Now, a
you
little
can't
bit.
really see it.
The cover alone speaks volumes, though, when you have a half a pig and its butt sticking out, and you name yourself Do Rock.
Well, they don't take themselves seriously, but Capitol went to them. These guys help produce other artists for Capitol.
Okay.
Capitol said, "You know what, boys? I think it'd be kind of great if you guys put something out." And they went, all right, so it's Scott Matthews. Everything's just played by these two guys. So
Yeah.
they do everything. So
Vocal
it's
drums.
Scott Matthews and Ron Nagel. Um,
It's either the names, but
yeah, well, they have quite a pedigree in the industry. In fact, they've worked. Matthews worked with Elvin Bishop,
mhm.
worked with Steve Perry. Nigel worked with. There was a what was the one album? Oh, geez, he put out some cult records himself,
Really?
but he's worked with people. They've collaborated with a lot of people. Okay. Um, so they did this album in 1979. The reason I have it. Now this is funny. This is bad. I was sitting at home and I was just going through YouTube, and there was a uh, WKRP in Cincinnati was on. Okay. And behind Johnny Fever was a Do Rocks promo poster.
Real. Oh, I love it when that happens. I like watching
And
old movies and discovering a band because of that.
I saw it behind him and I'm going, Do Rocks? I'd never heard of it. And I thought, okay, it's in the show.
It must be.
They
Yeah.
always had promo posters. They'd swap them out all the time. So this must have been a show, 1979. I thought, well, I'll go check it out. So I did a search and I found out that Real Gone Records did a review of it, and I just bought one.
That's awesome.
And that's what it is.
Oh, see,
It's
I
got
love it.
bonus tracks. It came out in 2012. I
Okay.
mean, it's kind of quirky.
Yeah.
It's new wavy, but then, like I said, new wave, power pop. They tackle a lot of different kind of things. But Brandon, you might like this. It's just there's a sense of humor here. These guys, like I said, do not take themselves seriously, but it's just them in the studio cranking out songs, and they wrote everything. And it's kind of we're talking a lot of bands that are very obscure that might rank right along with Tim.
That one I'm hunting down immediately. When we get done here, I'm going on eBay, wherever it is I need to go, and I'm going to grab one of those.
And now this record, 1979 on Capitol. I've never seen this record. I don't think anybody bought this.
Nah,
I'm surprised Real Gone Records even put it out, but whatever. Hey.
there must be a following. It's like one of those things. The fact that there was a poster in that TV show meant that it was doing something. It meant
Mhm.
something at the time, right? And even though we don't know anything, and fell off the face of the earth, at some point, at some time, it meant something.
Mhm.
I love that kind of stuff.
So there you go.
All right.
WKRP influenced me.
That's all. That's awesome. A
When I
rewrite.
was a kid and I watched that show, I always loved it because they always had all these band posters, and sometimes they'd have one that I had that poster, and I
I
used to look.
watched. I mean, it's a while back, but when I watched Pretty in Pink
Hmm.
years later, and already being a music fan, and I realized all the great posters on the wall and albums and stuff. I rewatched it at one point just to pause on everything, look it up, find out if they had an album out or whatever it was. And I discovered a number of great artists that I never would have known about if I hadn't done that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would do, Rocks. I just said, what is that? Pig poster. What is going on here? But there you go. That's the story of that. So
There
I
you
thought
go.
I'd share it with the class.
Yeah, why not? All right. Well, I got my last one here. Actually, I want to do, before I do it, I want to do a quick shout out to Trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Second round. I thought you might be popping this one up yourself because I know
Well,
you.
I could.
Yes. So we talked about the band Trigger, and I think I did it. I don't know. Did I do it in the last episode?
Yeah, well,
Or,
I don't, we've talked about it somewhere. Well,
yeah,
I think we brought it up on the show with Pete
Pete certainly, but
because Pete, I don't think he had it.
no, no, he was
He's got the
ordering
other one,
right, and it's on
and
Rock.
he's writing it down. He's going, "Oh, I've got to write that
Right.
down."
So second studio album from these guys, recorded in 1979. Their debut is out on Rock Candy Records. This was shelved, and who knows why? Because it's as good as the debut.
I know why.
Why? Why?
Because Casablanca
Oh,
was in turmoil,
yeah,
shutting down. They recorded it for Casablanca. Casablanca went through that whole, polygram buying them, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. It's one of those things where they did this record, went by the wayside, shelved it.
Yeah.
It's the way Matthew Sweet Girlfriend could have went
Yeah.
had uh Zoo Records not brought it out because it
Right.
would just sat on the shelf at A&M. No one would ever know about it.
That's a shame. So yeah, just quick shout out to them. You can head over to Bada Bing Records and get it. I don't know if it's available on Amazon. I know at the time when it was supposed to have come out, it was not. I had to go to the label. And I know when we talked to Pete about it, the same thing. He wasn't able to find it online. I had to go to the record label for it. So Bada Bing Records, I
Yeah,
think.
I think I went to Bandcamp. You can go to
Oh,
Bandcamp too if
right.
that's easier.
Hmm.
It still comes from Bada Bing. They're going to ship it out,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
could if you
But
just want to
if
go to
that,
Bandcamp and look, it's right there.
right, it's not like Trigger has a website or anything. That's I keep hoping that with the Rock Candy Records release, this release, the band will get back together and do something, make a third album.
I will say this, and I'd never heard Trigger before. First time I heard about Trigger was when Pete Pardo was talking about it on CA Tranquility years ago.
Hmm.
You could never find it because it's been out of print. It's not a cheap buy.
I mean, the
Um,
Rock Candy Records one with the
Rock can't.
debut.
What did I say?
No, no. Well, you just didn't say, but I just wanted to differentiate
Oh,
between what you're holding in your hand and the Rock Candy Records debut.
the debut album.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. But the debut wasn't cheap.
No.
It's been out of print for quite a while.
Yeah.
There is no sophomore slump here. Everyone's heard of the sophomore slump.
Yeah.
The songs here are great. The guitars are great. The vocals are
Everything.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
These guys were melodic, catchy. It's AOR goodness. Wouldn't you say this is as
Oh,
good as it's as good as the
I think
debut, I think.
I think it's better than the debut.
Could be even better than the
Yeah,
debut.
I love the debut, I do, but I have to say this one here just grabbed me. Maybe it's because it's the newness of it, I don't know, but equally as good and maybe even better. Opening track alone, I think is
Oh.
great. Back Talk, Down to It, the second song on here.
Mhm.
It's a 1, 2, 3 punch with that and Wasting Away.
She's My Girl's phenomenal.
Yeah,
All of it. It's all I can't believe it's just been sitting there all those years and
I
never
can't
saw the
believe
light of day. Well, it's not like Trigger set the world on
it.
fire.
46 years. 46 years it has sat in a vault until a Brooklyn label said, yeah, Trigger is, I think, I want to say is New Jersey based. I think they were
Hmm.
New, yeah, were they? Okay.
Yeah, New Jersey band. Yeah.
But I don't remember the connection because I read it on the website or the guy, actually, they want to say, because this is sent to me by the label. And so I got to review it. But they basically said, and their label is all modern artists. So it was like, we want to show some love to some local talent. And they found this and they said, let's put this out. So it's not at all what the record label's about. And I love the fact that they still put out an album that's 46 years old.
Well, it needed to come out.
It
If you know that first Trigger album
yeah.
and you love it as much as we do,
Hmm.
please go to Bada Bang. Please
Get it before
show
it's
them some
gone
love.
because it's
Hey,
one of those, it will probably won't be repressed and it'll just disappear, but it is totally worth it.
but that label, if they want to start reissuing stuff, this if this takes off, maybe they might go down that road.
Yeah. I did a full review of that album on my channel and sent it to them, and they were just like over the moon, getting that kind of promotion on an. I don't think they were intending to really promote the thing. It's again, it's not modern stuff. It's just, you know, I think the guys that own the label or whatever were fans maybe of the original stuff, but
Hmm. It's
I love
phenomenal.
it. It is totally worth
Please listen to us. Well, don't
it.
listen to me. I'm an idiot.
Do
Listen to Brendan.
more.
He knows what he's talking about.
Do more like this. Bada
Do
bing.
more.
Yes, go find some more obscure albums like this. Start putting that stuff out. You'll have an entire fan base built in already from our channels and fans that are out there that love this kind of stuff, like the Rock Candy Records and Wounded Bird and other great labels.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, I'm going to show my last one here.
Okay.
This
Is it Billy
is
Thorpe? No. Damn
now,
it.
now, but that would be a great one too. Former Doobie Brothers guitarist at the time, of course, back in Arcade, 1983. So, solo album from him, debut, but all the guests that are on here, Tom Johnston on vocals, Michael McDonald on keyboards, John McPhee on guitar, Willie Weeks on bass, and Bobby LeKend on congas, all Doobie Brothers. So the album His Doobie Brothers, all in but name, as far as I'm concerned. Bill Payne from Little Feat is on here. Nicky Hopkins is on here. John Elefante sings on here. Jeff Baxter, Mike Baird, like the list goes on with the cool people that are part of this album. And I got to say, if you like the Doobie Brothers and the elements of their funk, soul, R&B, and blues, that all mix of everything, this album blew my mind when I got it. I was just buying it because Patrick Simmons, let me get it. It's a solo album kind of thing. I like this better than any Doobies album. And I know that's a big, heady thing to say, but I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. The song Out on the Streets is phenomenal. So Wrong, Don't Make Me Do It. It's all great, great stuff that's on this.
That album, when it was released, didn't do anything
Yeah.
at all.
Are you familiar with it? You heard it before?
No, I've only
Oh,
seen it. I used to see it in the cutout bins, like
yeah.
the album when,
It,
the vinyl pressing and $1. No
yeah,
one
right.
cared about
Exactly.
it.
And this is a Japanese. It's on Elektra. And it was a Japanese re-release, but it was one of those like budget ones. So
Hmm.
I ordered it off Amazon. It was like 13.99 for a Japanese pressing of this. I don't know what it is, if it's around today, because I got this in 2020 during the pandemic. Man, I did a lot of deep dives when we were all in lockdown and couldn't go anywhere. I literally had CDs arriving every day during the pandemic.
Of course you did.
I think I bought 1,000 CDs over those 3 months.
Of course you did.
I
We're
mean,
gonna have to get we're gonna have to give Brendan some help, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
You thought Pardo had it bad.
no, I think I've
You
got it
thought
wrong.
Phil Ashton had it bad.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
It
It's
is
all
all
fun
good,
now.
right? Right. All right, well, everyone, there you go. I mean, I don't know how many we showed. I that I want. I need a copy of that. I'm gonna
It-
hunt that one down.
this is the original Australian CD.
Yeah, I've got the vinyl, but you know,
This is the only place it came out on CD with the original mix, and I know I mentioned it already.
just
You don't want this. This is
oh, there
not
you go. I
good.
was just gonna say. So yeah, this is half and half. It was half from that album and half new, and it's got a different remix on it. I mean, it's cool for what it is. But you're right. Oh man, you got that too.
Yeah,
But its stuff is so hard
Wounded
to
Bird.
find. I know, but look at the pricing of that today.
Oh, I know, but I got it cheap.
Yeah.
But this, ladies and gentlemen, this would cost you an arm and a leg.
Mhm.
But I will say this because I love this record.
It
It
was worth it.
sounds really good.
So it was a pricey purchase. Okay.
$100.
So we talked on this show.
Erase that.
I showed you Billy Satellite. Did you?
I've got that.
Okay. So turns out there's Billy Satellite too. They recorded a second album. Yeah, and it got released, and I want to say it's on Melodic Rock Classics. So it was released in like say 2022 or something, not that far back. It's
Yeah.
out of print, but it's already like $50. If you're trying to buy it off of like eBay or Discogs or whatever. So it's like I'm gonna have to shell out to get that now. You're already hunting it down. You're probably gonna buy the
Oh,
copy.
I've already bought it before you even said it. No, I
I
haven't. I could read your mind.
know, right? Whew. So there's a
There
lot
you
of
go. I got even got Billy Thorpe mentioned today just because I dig it.
I know. So let's see. Of all the stuff that I showed, at least. So we come on to talk about
Yeah,
five
just
albums,
yeah.
and I show all of that, and I bet you showed as many.
Oh yeah.
I hope you guys watching enjoyed all the different albums and artists that we talked about, including the different record labels. I mean, this show was a nice sprawling, loose coverage of music, that we do, that we talk about, whether we're on here for you guys or we're offline. Bobby Keys. That was one that I was going to talk about today, but we've referenced it so many times. I deleted it off and I added Brinker. So that's that. I
Oh, Ed Bell.
well
Yeah, that's better. But
after
people
we
probably
talked.
know who Bobby Keys is, though.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I want to keep trying to do the rare stuff. So, all right. Well, what do you have coming up on your channel in the next
Oh,
couple of days?
well, depending on, check this out, ladies and gentlemen, because if you want to tune in, Well, this will already air by the time this is here, but George Lamy from Sea of Tranquility will be on the show on Sunday, the 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be doing a listening party of jazz fusion.
Hmm, very cool.
So it's fun every Sunday. We
Yeah,
have listening parties, different.
I
Well,
know.
like Brendan already said, he already promoted his show's coming, but I only do it like on Sundays. So problem is Brendan's not coming on until late August, but it books up.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, when I agreed to do one, we had to book it like 2 months out. I'm like, damn, you're a
Uh,
popular fella. I can't get.
July's all pretty much booked up. I'm
Yeah,
booking shows in August now.
that's awesome. Well, I can't wait. I am looking forward to it. And I do know that I love radio shows on Sunday. So it's the perfect time. Except when does it film? It's like not till like 9 o'clock at night or something.
What?
Your show?
Well, we go live.
That's
It's
what
at
I mean.
8.
Oh, 8. Okay. And it's how long?
Well, we break. It's a 2 hour show that we break up into hour segments,
Okay.
plus an hour because YouTube don't doesn't like it when you go over an hour.
Oh,
Gotta
really?
watch out. Oh, there's a lot of
Going live?
playing music live.
Oh, playing music live. Okay.
Yeah, they don't like you to play stream copyrighted material.
Oh, okay, interesting. Now, I was
But
going to say because I've gone live longer than an hour, but I wasn't playing anything.
not if you're playing copyrighted music.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. Okay. All right.
So
Well, we
I
got
I
that
kind
coming
of
up.
know how to do it,
Right.
and except I did make a mistake, and I've already talked about that mistake. You can't go over an hour, kids.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to learning more because I've been interested in doing something similar here. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, on my channel, I've got coming up, and I don't know in what order these are going to be posting, so it could have already posted, but I'm doing an interview actually a couple hours after this here. I've got Buck Cherry and Jet Boy guitarist Billy Rowe coming on my channel to do an interview. So yeah, that should be a lot.
Nice.
And I mentioned on here that I did do a 50 albums from 10 underrated record labels that are worth exploring. So that's coming up. And I did an album ranking of the lost Bruce Springsteen albums. So all 7 from the box set plus The Promise. So 8 of his unreleased albums that, since come out, but decided to just rank those. We all know about the big popular ones, but what about these lesser known ones? So I got a bunch of different things coming up. Tune in for all that stuff here. And certainly, head over to Grant's channel, Rock Warehouse. You can also watch him on the Contrarians. Lots of great stuff there as well. And hopefully we'll see you guys real soon on episode number 5. Take care, everyone.
Hey, everybody.